I just walked in, I heard Samsung is now, because of the tariffs, they're going to build massive facilities in the United States. If we didn't do the tariffs, they wouldn't be doing that. Very importantly, gross domestic investment was up an incredible 22%, which they had never seen before. Even Samsung, which I heard that they announced this morning that they're going to be building a very big plant because they want to be able to beat the tariffs. It's the only way to beat them. What was that noise? That must have been the alarm. Was that? We have a lot of great political leaders, and the biggest political leaders around, I guess you could say, but by far much bigger are the business leaders. It's not even close. More. Ted Ogawa, investing $88 billion. Where's Ted? That's fantastic. Thank you, Ted. So I'd like to introduce some of you, President and CEO of Hyundai, Jose Munoz. Jose, thank you very much. Fantastic. Jose is investing $21 billion, including $5.8 billion for a new steel plant in Louisiana, which is a beauty. I saw a picture of it, which is going to create at least 1,500 jobs, just the plant alone. Thank you very much, Jose. Beautiful. Chairman and CEO of Johnson & Johnson. Oh, I know. I've heard of that company, huh? Yeah. My hair looks so beautiful because of your product. $55 billion manufacturing plant and research and development and technology. Thank you very much. $55 billion. That's a lot. But you got to catch up with Apple and some of the others. We got to get you to make a little. You one of the few companies that could do that, right? So come on up, please.
Of Trump administration tried to commit $100 billion, and President Trump said, "Oh, Masa, go for more." So we did that $200 billion commitment. I am committed. U.S. is the center of innovation. U.S. must continue the leadership of AI.
Jensen, would you come up and say a few words? This is a smart cookie.
But we also need a progressive growth and industry-oriented energy policy, which this president has really put his weight behind. I really appreciate that. Without energy, we can't possibly have new growth industries. And we now have the backing of the administration, the backing of President Trump to support the creation of a whole new industry. All of the many CEOs in the room today are great partners of ours, and that's going to be possible because we have the fundamental infrastructure here in the United States. And so I want to thank you, sir, for everything that you've done and the strong encouragement and the great policies that make it possible for us. Thank you, sir.
We like brilliant people, actually, but we have a lot of brilliant people in this group, and it's an honor to be with you. Together, we're going to bring back the most beautiful words. I always say made in the USA, the most beautiful words. We're going to have made in the USA like we haven't had before in a long time. And I'd ask if anybody has any questions, please. You'll be live on television, all the fake news back there. Now that'll keep them down, right? That's the way to keep them down, unless they're bad people, in which case, unless they want to make some news. Would anybody have any questions? Anybody? Business leaders? You want to know anything about depreciation? No? I love it. We've done such a good job. 3.
Thank you.
They don't know how good that can be, and I hope the Supreme Court.
What has happened in 100 days is that we've started to reverse every single one of those negative trends. And the reason the media attacks this administration as chaotic is because the president is solving the problems the American people set about to solve. And Mr. President, it's been an honor to be part of it for the past 100 days.
Because of your leadership, sir, I believe we're making the military great again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please.
Yes, Mr. President, you are 100% correct. The border is 99.99% safe, under control. You have completely reversed the entire situation. I just want to thank you. You've been a game changer
Elon, I love the double hat, but he's the only one that can do that. Get away with it.
Well, Mr. President, they say I wear a lot of hats. It's true. Even my hat has a hat.
A tremendous amount has been accomplished in the first 100 days. As everyone has said, it's more than has been accomplished in any administration before, ever. I think this could be the greatest administration since the founding of the country.
You really have sacrificed a lot. Been treated very unfairly.
Well, they do like to burn my cars, which is not great. You know, could be better.
It's unbelievable. We've got so much, as I travel around, the attention on the Trump Gold Card. I mean, it makes me very popular. Last night, I was out to dinner, and someone came up and said, can I buy 10? And how do I buy 10? And I'm like, that's pretty good. It's $50 million for dinner. So, you know, I was paying for my dinner.
Mr. President, it may come as a surprise, but this has been the busiest 100 days in the history of the
By the way, in history. You know, this is the biggest deal ever done.
They said you wouldn't be able to do global tariffs. We did it. They said everyone would retaliate. No one retaliated outside of China. They said no one would come to negotiate. We're talking to dozens of countries. They said no one would have offers. We have dozens of written offers. We have lots of countries in this week. This is like a break for me to come.
You have to listen.
And this is all driven by your tariff policies. No chance this be happening without you.
Mr. President, the CIA is being restructured at your direction to focus on our core mission and to eliminate the well-documented politicization that has taken place in the intelligence community from bad actors in the past, to focus on our core mission and to make America safe again. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. President.
I sat around being somewhat competitive. I said, well, let's see, who did the best job, who did the worst job? And I determined that everybody is like the same, and there was no worst job. We're going to really turn it around over the next 3 years, 3.5 years, we're going to turn it around, and then hopefully it'll be in such great shape. That's my goal, to put it in such great condition that it can't be destroyed.
Do you believe you mentioned this last night in your speech.